You won't believe what happened when Old Faithful erupted. Geysers are one of nature's most spectacular phenomena. They can be found all over the world, and they come in a wide variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. But perhaps the most famous geysers are those found in Yellowstone National Park. And one of the most famous geysers in Yellowstone is Old Faithful. Yellowstone National Park is home to more than 10,000 hydrothermal features, including geysers, hot springs, and mud pots. Of these, the most popular are the geysers. Old Faithful is by far the most popular geyser in the park. It is located in the upper geyser basin, and it erupts approximately every 90 minutes. The eruptions can reach heights of up to 185 feet or 56 meters and can last for several minutes. In addition to its regular eruptions, Old Faithful also puts on a special show during the summer solstice. On the morning of June, Old Faithful erupted and sprayed sparkling rainbow dust into the air. This was the first time that this had ever been seen at the geyser, and it caught many visitors and park rangers by surprise. This phenomenon was caused by a number of factors. First, the water in the geyser was exceptionally hot, reaching temperatures of up to 204 degrees Fahrenheit or 96 degrees Celsius. This heat caused the water to flash as it hit the air, creating tiny explosions that sent droplets of water high into the sky. Second, the water was under tremendous pressure. This pressure built up over time until it was released in a sudden eruption. Finally, the shape of the geyser's cone played a role in creating the unique eruption pattern. The cone forced the water to spray outwards, which created the circular pattern that is characteristic of Old Faithful. As the water rose into the air, it created an incredible display of color. This was due to a number of factors, including the temperature of the water, the angle of the sun, and the size of the droplets. The water was hot enough to create steam, which caused the light to refract and disperse, creating a rainbow effect. The angle of the sun also played a role, as did the size of the droplets. Smaller droplets created more intense colors, while larger droplets created more muted colors. Another factor that contributed to the stunning display was the minerals in the water. The water from Old Faithful contains a variety of minerals, including silica, calcium, and iron. These minerals absorb light at different wavelengths, creating a variety of colors. For example, silica reflects blue and green light, while iron absorbs red and orange light. This created a beautiful display of colors, ranging from deep blues and greens to fiery reds and oranges. The combination of these factors created an eruption unlike any other. The water was blasted into the air in a cone-shaped cloud that reached heights of up to 185 feet. As the cloud rose, it created a rainbow effect that was visible for miles. The eruption lasted for several minutes and was followed by a loud roar that could be heard throughout the park. It wasn't just the geyser itself that was covered in sparkling rainbow dust. The surrounding area was also affected. The hot water and steam created a haze that hung over the park, giving it a magical, almost otherworldly feel. Visitors to the park were in awe of the display, and many captured photographs and videos to remember the experience. But it wasn't just the tourists who were impressed by the eruption. Park rangers were also amazed by what they saw. In fact, they had never seen anything like it before. The rangers had never seen Old Faithful erupt in such a spectacular way, and they were unsure if it would happen again anytime soon. As word spread about the eruption, more and more people came to the park to see it for themselves. Soon, crowds of people were gathering around the geyser basin, eager to catch a glimpse of the sparkling rainbow dust. Despite the crowds, visitors were able to safely observe the eruption from a distance. The park rangers had set up safety barriers to ensure that people were far enough away from the geyser to be safe. As the day wore on, the eruption continued to amaze and delight onlookers. Some people even claimed that they saw a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But of course, no one actually saw any gold. Despite the crowds, the eruption of Old Faithful was an amazing experience for everyone involved. It was a rare and beautiful natural phenomenon that brought people from all over the country together to marvel at the power and beauty of nature. Old Faithful has been erupting in Yellowstone National Park for centuries, but its most recent eruption was unlike any other. On the summer solstice, Old Faithful erupted and sprayed sparkling rainbow dust into the air. This was a rare and beautiful natural phenomenon that was caused by a combination of factors. including the temperature of the water, the angle of the sun, and the minerals in the water. The eruption was so spectacular that it drew crowds of people to the park to witness it for themselves. But despite the crowds, everyone was able to safely observe the eruption from a distance. The eruption of Old Faithful was an amazing experience for everyone involved and a reminder of the power and beauty of nature. Yellowstone National Park is home to more than 10,000 hydrothermal features, including geysers, hot springs, and mud pots. But perhaps the most famous of these features are the geysers. Old Faithful is by far the most famous geyser in Yellowstone and one of the most famous geysers in the world. Its regular eruptions and predictable intervals have made it a favorite among tourists. Old Faithful is not the only geyser in Yellowstone National Park, but it is certainly the most famous. There are many other geysers in the park that are just as impressive as Old Faithful, but they simply don't get the same amount of attention. One of the most active geysers in the park is Steamboat Geyser. Steamboat Geyser is located in the Norris Geyser Basin, and it erupts much more frequently than Old Faithful. In fact, it erupts dozens of times per year. However, its eruptions are not nearly as predictable as those of Old Faithful. Another impressive geyser in the park is the Grand Geyser. The Grand Geyser is located in the Black Sand Basin, and it is known for its massive eruptions. The eruptions of the Grand Geyser can reach heights of up to 200 feet, making them even more impressive than those of Old Faithful. While Old Faithful may be the most famous geyser in Yellowstone, there are many other impressive geysers in the park that are definitely worth checking out. Each geyser is unique in its own way and offers something a little different to those who come to see it. So if you're in Yellowstone, be sure to take some time to appreciate all of the geysers, not just Old Faithful. Yellowstone National Park is a truly spectacular place, and its geysers are a big part of what makes it so special. Whether you want to see the predictable eruptions of Old Faithful or the massive eruptions of the Grand Geyser, there is sure to be a geyser in Yellowstone that will impress you. So if you're planning a trip to Yellowstone, be sure to bring your camera and get ready to capture some amazing memories. Yellowstone National Park is open year-round, but the best time to visit the geysers is in the summer months, when the weather is warm and sunny. During the winter months, the geysers can be difficult to access, as the park roads are often closed due to snow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment below to stay up to date with our latest content. We have lots of interesting videos coming up, so don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.